and the body at this moment. So welcome to this yin yang practice. Just make sure that you have a strap close to you and whatever other props you guys need. Starting just bringing an intention into your yoga practice, something that you know that you need in your body. And allowing the breath to start to clean every corner. Noticing how you inhale and you expand. Noticing also the exhales and how your body relaxes. Perhaps an intention for us as a group is just to breathe today. How many times we find ourselves just breathing really shallow. So can you allow yourself to breathe a little deeper today? We're gonna start with a little mist at the studio that has some lavender, some Roman chamomile, some spearmint. And I'm just going to spread your hands, and you can use it anywhere in your body. So starting to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. And then starting to wake up the body. And just bending the knees and bringing the soles of the feet into the floor. We're gonna just start to roll the knees from side to side. Bring your arms into a capital T shape. And just slowly start to move those knees from side to side. There is no rush to move fast. And what I'm going to invite you today with that intention that we have as a group is to breathe and match the movement with the breath. So the inhale takes you into center. The exhale allows your knees to fall. Inhale again into center. And then exhale towards the floor. We go for 5 more of these ones. Inhale center. Exhaling slowly, letting those knees fall. Inhale. And then exhale, let it go down. Last 2 to go. Breathe in, come center, and exhale, allow the knees to fall. One last time, inhale into center. And it doesn't matter which side of your legs going towards, just stay right there. We're gonna stay there for about 5 more deep breaths. So just pay attention onto whatever side you're going. There is one leg in front of the other one. The leg that is in front, the leg that is closer to the floor, you can bring that heel on top of the opposite knee. And that's going to create a little bit of extra pressure. So you can experiment that with your body. Just twisting. Then taking your time to slowly uncross the legs, come back into center, and let's rock them to the other side. We're gonna stay there for a few inhales. You can cross the heel and ankle on top of your opposite knee. Then what we're doing is just a little twist. We don't want to go really deep. We just want to continue to breathe. There is no rush for us to move out of the posture. We're taking the last 4 deep inhales. And then we're gonna uncross the legs, come back into center. And then bring the knees into the chest and just start to rock from side to side. Flat your lower back into the ground. Rock a little bit more. And let's extend the legs all the way up towards the ceiling. And just start to point and flex and notice the back of the hamstring area, knee area, calf muscles. And just go for circles this time with your ankles, with the feet. And then slowly start to drop the knees, the feet back into the floor. We're gonna grab into the right knee and just start playing with it, moving it from left to right. Trying to get some mobility in that hip rotator. You can extend the left leg if that is okay with you. If it feels like it's too much, keep your left knee bent. And then go into circles in there. Just try to maybe control the movement with your own strength without using the hand, if that is possible. If not, just guiding your knee with your hand. And then switch direction. Let's go opposite way. Going for 3, 2, 1. Last circle here. And then come back into center. Pull the knee into the chest as much as you can. And then extend your left leg. Drop your foot into the floor, right foot. And then open up into tree pose in the ground. Let's reach the arms over the head. Interlace the fingers. And then we're going to push the hands up towards the back in there. So your palms are looking towards the back wall. Like that. Okay. So just opening up the shoulders, the chest, and your right hip as well when we are in this tree pose. Something really nice to do for our body is to support the knee. So if you feel like your knee is quite lifted and there's a little bit of tension there, you can just set a blanket underneath the right knee. And that's gonna be supporting and making your body feel more relaxed because you have the props in there allowing you to relax even more. We're gonna take 5 more deep inhales. And it's totally up to you if you want to add some pressure into the floor. You can pretend that you're dropping your right knee down. Your right sole of the foot presses into the inner thigh. That will be the active posture. But if you want to just go very gentle, and allow the knee just to fall. We're gonna slowly take the last deep inhale and start to reach for your yoga strap. We're gonna wrap it around the right foot and keep it all the way up. Roll your foot, your strap from side to side, massaging into the foot area. And just try to spread the toes as wide as you want to. It's a nice way to wake up the soles of the feet. And then stopping the movement, we're just going to point the toes towards the inside and then rotate them towards the outside. So we're doing a little bit of an internal and external rotation on your leg. So point the toes in and then point the toes out. And the movement comes all the way from your femur bone. And then come back into center and take another deep breath here. And start to grab the strap only with the left hand. Let's go for a spinal twist again. So we're just gonna send the right leg towards the left side. And it doesn't have to go really deep. Remember, this is your yoga practice, this is your body. And you are totally the boss of the practice. So continue to breathe. Can you inhale and send oxygen towards that areas that you feel that need a little bit more relaxation, a little less tension around it. Going for the last 2 deep inhales. And then coming smoothly back into center. If you have a bolster or a block at home, I will encourage you to place it right beside the right side of your mat, because we're going to open up the leg now. And the leg is going to, as much as you want to, into the wall is perfect too. And you can rest the leg on the block or on the bolster or on the sofa if you're at home. And then it's really nice that you have support for the leg. Good job. Relax your shoulders, relax the arms. And notice if you can keep your left glute down in the floor. So just breathing in and out. Eyes are closed. And we're just really enjoying the movement and the breathing. Taking the last 3 breaths. And then try to start to, if you have a strap at home, you're welcome to bring the strap and wrap it around the foot. If not, try to keep your scarf how it is. We're going to go into circles with the entire leg. So just come back into center and let's circle around. I'm going for big circles. As Manu says, he says, big circles. So go for big circles. And then come back slowly, opposite way. And go from very big to smaller and smaller. So this is just giving us some more mobility. We haven't done a class with straps for a while, so it's nice to have that support from that block. And then come back slowly into center. And what I want you to do is to bend the knee a lot, so you're moving into half of a heart base. So extend the leg and then bend as much as you can. And notice if you can bring it a little lower towards the floor. So your sole of the foot is still pointing or almost standing on the ceiling, but your knee is on a 90-degree angle. Yeah. Breathing in and out. Going for 3 more breaths in here in Happy Baby, or half of it. And then returning back into center, guiding the leg, bend your left knee across the right ankle and heel on top of your left thigh. Let's just windshield wipe a little bit. So we're moving into threading the needle, but I want you guys to just take some time to rotate from side to side, to notice the difference when you move from left to right. So smoothly transitioning to thread the needle. Use your strap around the left hamstring and then pull the knee towards the chest. So left hamstring is the one that gets the strap. The right leg is the one opening up. Then just allow the body to relax and to drop the shoulders down into the floor. Notice the breath. And notice how wide the chest is as well. And we're not forcing, you can still feel the stretch. We're just allowing the body to be a little bit uncomfortable without reacting. Let's slowly start to extend. Left leg goes all the way up towards the sky. You extend that leg for 3 deep inhales. And then slowly plant the left sole of the foot in the ground. And let's send the legs all the way towards the left. Cross, you're just moving towards the side. So from thread the needle towards the left. Bring your left hand on top of your right knee. And you can kind of pull it a little bit lower towards the floor. We just have same long. And then take one last deep inhale, across the leg, and come back into center. And just reach to wide a little bit from side to side. The shoulders, relaxing the knees, moving the strap towards the side. We're trying to move into the opposite leg. And notice how nice it feels. The right hip is already loose. And you're gonna extend legs and then pick up your left knee, bring it towards the chest, and just start to move from side to side. Left knee comes into the heart. Left to right only. Right leg can stay bent, or you can extend it. Whatever you decide is totally fine. And whatever we do to the right leg, we are going to do to the left leg. So just switching my angle, we're going to slowly move into those circles. And you can just go into big circles again. Allowing the knee to stir the bottom of the soup, like if it was a big, big spoon. And really dig in. Let's go opposite way. And always remember to keep your foot active. So you either flex the foot towards the shin bone, or you point the toes, you activate the core. And then send it over towards the right side, just for a little bit of a twist. Just preparing that glute area to open up before we go into the full leg extensions. Let's come back into center, plant the foot, go into your tree pose. Opening up the hip and sending your left sole of the foot into the right inner thigh. Reach the arms over the head. And this time maybe grab into opposite elbows. And just allow the body to relax in here. Close your eyes. We're not staying long. We're just breathing in and out. Allow the sole of the foot to maybe press a little bit into the inner thigh. The left knee could drop a little lower. And then close the leg slowly. Pick it up, bring it towards the chest. And take your strap. Let's go into extensions. Once you get into the leg extension, it doesn't matter if your knee is quite bent. Just be really gentle and start to massage into the sole of the foot. The strap moves from left to right. And then perhaps you can totally extend it and go for that internal and external rotation. So it's almost like if you were saying hi with your hand, but this time we're doing it with the foot. So you're going inside, point the toes, and outside, point the toes. So from left to right, and the movement comes from the femur bone. Okay? So point the toes in and out, and then come back into stillness. Take a deep inhale and push the heel up towards the spine. Breathe in and out. And before you go into that twist, just make sure that your left arm goes completely relaxed towards the side. Left shoulder stays down. It never comes out of the mat. And we're just sending the left leg towards the right side. You don't have to go really far. Notice if you can move the opposite way that your leg is going. And then taking the last two, allow the body to come back, the leg center, then grab into your props. Grab either the block or the bolster. And let's go and open up the leg towards the outside. The closer the block is or the bolster is, the more relaxing. So you can bring it into the inner thigh or the outer thigh area. That's a little bit more accurate. Closing the eyes. And once again, just allowing the body to feel comfortable. There is not much discomfort. If you're going too far on the posture and you're in pain, then just back out a little bit. And ask yourself, is this really necessary for my body? Let's go back into center, slow motion. And we're going for the circles now. So bring the strap maybe to those rings, wrap it around the foot, then you can start the breathe. Going super slow and allowing the body to just guide you. Using your right hand or the left one, whatever makes it more comfortable for you too. And then on your own pace and time, you're gonna switch the direction, go all around. And then start to make it circle smaller and smaller. Whenever you go back into center, you're gonna bend the knee towards the side. So allowing that strap to help you to move into your posture of happy baby. And just imagine that you were planting the sole of your foot on the ceiling, that you were standing. So it's really flat, that foot. 90-degree angles, opening up hips. You can play a little bit with that half of a happy baby. You can maybe move the leg from side to side. Just same thing, trying to give it mobility. And on your own pace and time, we're going to start to bend into the right knee. Cross your left heel and ankle on top of your thigh. And then just squeeze your wide. The leg is crossed. We're moving into thread the needle. And we're just doing a little bit of movement before we go into the full posture. If you're ready, let's take that leg up and moving to thread the needle. Strap goes onto the right hamstring area, or you can also wrap it around the knee, and that's fine too. Last 40 inhales, and you thread the needle, dropping your tailbone, allowing the shoulders to decompress, to expand the chest. Drop your right foot down and allow the left leg to travel all the way towards the right. You can grab with your right hand to the left knee, guide it a little bit lower towards the floor. Inhales. Taking your time to breathe the last 3 deep inhales here. And then slowly starting to come back into center, uncrossing the legs. And let's just windshield wipe in here from side to side and just feel the hips again. Just windshield wiping. While you guys do that, I'm going to give you some lemon oil that you should not be putting in anywhere uncover your skin. This is a sunny day, so bring it into your belly. You don't want to put it in the face or anything because it can stain your skin. So put it in your belly area. This citrusy oil that is really good for cleansing the body. And you're gonna bring your body into bridge pose now. So the way that we're gonna do bridge is that we're going to bring the soles of the feet really close into the heel area, really close to your hands. And we're gonna do a flying bridge. So take a deep inhale here. We're going to reach the arms over the head and lift up the hips at the same time. And then on the exhale, you're gonna slowly come back down. So that's the movement. And you're gonna make it really slow. The inhale lifts up, lift as high as you can. And the exhale, allow the body to come down, allow the arms to come back beside your torso. Inhale again, lifting up. Trying to wake up a little bit more of our back area, the solar plexus, and all of your spine. Last 3, inhale, lift it as high as you can. Exhale, slowly coming back down. Inhale on your own pace, lifting up. Exhaling, returning back down. And in your very, very last one, we're gonna inhale, lift up, stay right there for about 3 more breaths. So lift up as high as you can, use your glutes, maybe going to the scapulas, into the shoulder area instead of using the neck. And then slowly come all the way back down. And the soles of the feet are gonna come together, your knees are gonna fall apart for Baddha Konasana pose. Supta Baddha Konasana, or butterfly. Allow the glutes to relax, allow the inner thighs to expand. And more important than anything else, allow the inhales and exhales to continue to arrive into every single corner of your body. You can reach your arms over the head. And we still have a few more inhales here. So just let your body feel the sensations. You have three more inhales. And then just start to ask your body, how's it feeling? And let's just take a deep inhale and start to extend the legs and send them forward. Then reach your arms over the head and stretch the body as much as you can. Point the toes towards the front. Let's take one more of those ones, slowly moving in there. And whenever you're ready, roll over into your right side. And just breathe in and out. Make your way smoothly into a seated position. So just take your time in there. We're gonna grab our strap, and I'm gonna encourage you to sit on top of a blanket or a bolster, something that's gonna help you to keep your spine straight. So just making sure that your back is not really curvy. You want to have your back supported by a blanket, and that's gonna make it way, way easier. Okay, the strap is to the chair. We're going to bring the strap in front of us. Then take a deep inhale, lift up arms. And then exhale, bring it back. We're gonna incorporate a little bit more movement. We're gonna in on your own pace. We're not gonna push it either. Inhaling, lifting up. So that's it. Inhaling, lift up. Exhaling, roll all the way back and around, just noticing the opening on the chest towards the front and around. Continue to move. Inhale, lift up, reach over, up and around. Exhaling on your own pace. And go for one last one. On your own time. And once you finish the inhale and the exhale and the traveling all around, let's meet each other all the way up in here. So the straps all the way up. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, let's just slowly bend the elbows, bring your arms into cactus. Strap comes behind you. Inhale, lift up. Your strap never becomes really loose. It's always really tight, so it never gets wobbly. We're just opening up the chest. Inhale it up. Take your time to exhale and come back down. Inhale it. And let's just relax the hands all the way. Hands come on top of your knees. Let's just roll the shoulders a couple of times just to rest for a minute. We're going to go back into the same extension. Okay, whenever you're ready, let's take a deep inhale and reach the arms all the way up again. This time we're just going for a side stretch. So inhale here. On the exhale, slowly move towards the left or the right, your choice, it doesn't matter. Inhale back into center. Then exhale, just moving gently towards the side. Really digging with the opposite sitting body into the floor. Inhale back. Exhale towards the side. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then just stay right there and try to pull a little bit farther. Noticing the tension, but also the relaxation, the yin and the yang. Inhale back into center. Let's go to the other side and then we'll be done. We'll be giving the arms, the hands, the wrist a little bit of a break. Go as far as your body allows you. And then come back into center smoothly and relax the arms all the way down. Let's transition now into a tabletop position. And we're gonna be moving into a couple cat-cows. But today we're gonna start with our cement truck. So cement truck. We're gonna just go into circular motions in here with your entire torso. So you're imagining that your torso is a cement truck and you're just really, really trying to stir everything up. So the body goes either to the left or to the right. When you curve your back, almost like if you were going into cat-cow. And you have the freedom around the elbows and the wrist and the hands. And then let's switch the direction, go opposite on your own pace and time. Whenever you feel like you're ready. And notice also noticing how or which side of the body feels more natural for you to rotate and to move. Then let's come back into center. Open up your knees a little bit wider and come into your child's pose. Just take your time to arrive there. And it's totally up to you. Some people really like to drop their head down to the floor. If you have any props and you'd rather have your forehead supported in a prop, that's awesome too. And then take the last deep inhale. Coming all the way back up. Let's move into cat-cow. Press your hands and let's move in your own pace. Lift up the spine and your tailbone. Exhale to slowly go opposite way. Inhale again. Looking out, maybe close the eyes, bring the attention into the body. Exhale slowly, pulling the belly in, curving your spine, point the tailbone down towards the floor. We have 3 more to go. Inhaling, lifting up, opening up the chest. If at some point you feel like your wrists are getting too tired, you can also do cat-cow sitting up. Last 2 to go. And from there, coming back into center, we're going to go for a few circles before we go into downward facing dog. So really working on our hips, on our lower back, on the arms, on the hands, everywhere before we go into down dog. We already stretched the legs as well. And let's go opposite way and just rotate your body, really gentle. There is no rush. Remember, this is your time. Give yourself permission to enjoy because you already show up, and that's fantastic. Come back into center, curl the toes, press yourself up, downward facing dog. Then when you have a time, paddle your knees. Maybe try to drop one knee into the floor, then the other one, just really playing with the leg extension. Whenever you feel like you need a break for your wrist, for your hands, whatever you need to do, that's what you do. We have 4 more deep inhales in your down dog. And then if you're ready, grab to the blocks. If they're close to you, we're gonna bring them to the front of your yoga mat. And then start walking into your Uttanasana forward fold. Head is down, blocks are underneath your palms. And we're just gonna bend one knee at a time. Just allowing the body, once again, to open up the back of the legs. On your own time, allow the head to come as low as the body wants the head to come. Just think about a waterfall that comes from the back of your head all the way down into the upper back, into the head, into the neck. And it's a heavy waterfall, just dropping all that energy that we don't need, the negative energy, into the ground. Let's bend the knees slowly. Then make your way up into a standing position. Take your time to lift up the arms. Reach all the way up. Exhale, hands come into the heart. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Some breaths. Exhale, slowly bring your hands back into your chest. We'll go for 1 more in here. Inhaling all the way up towards the sky. Reach it. And then exhale, falling forward again. All the way down in here. Coming into your forward fold. Let's slowly start to bend the knees in here. And then start to come with your elbows on top of your thighs into Uttanasana, powerful pose. So let's just try to send the hips back before we go anywhere else. And just start to notice how you start to create heat in the body just from breathing in here. Can you pull a little bit on your belly? And maybe can you start to press your hands and elevate the torso. We're getting very tired probably on the thighs, so we're gonna slowly forward fold again. And then inhale, come all the way up into standing. Reach arms towards the sky. Then we're gonna do again that Uttanasana. With this time, bring your hands onto the hips. And from there, just bring your upper body halfway down, so you're hinging from the hips. Then from there, slowly sit down into that invisible chair and bring your hands into heart center. Notice how different it feels. You can also reach the arms towards the side, and we're strengthening the body in Uttanasana. Chair pose or powerful pose. 1 more deep inhale here. And let's slowly exhale, fold forward, relax the head, bend 1 knee at a time, and just relax the body. On your own time, bend your knees, super important, grab to opposite elbows. And from here, with knees bent, you're gonna slowly come all the way up into standing. So slowly let go the elbows, relax the hands towards the sides, inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, slowly bring your hands back into the hips. We're gonna bend onto the right knee, bring it high, hip high. Go for 3 circles towards the right. And then switch it around towards the left. And then point and flex. And if you're ready, we're going to slowly extend that leg towards the front and lift it as high as you can. It's almost the same posture that we did in the floor, but notice how much more strength we need to have. Where do we need the strength? In the core. Then slowly drop the leg back down. And let's switch it up. Let's go into the opposite side. So inhale here. Exhale, left leg comes up. Do your circles. Find your balance. And let's not rush it. It's not about rushing anything. And then slowly, slowly start to bring that leg in front, kick it up, point the toes. And notice where you get tired. Is it on the bum area, on the glutes? Is it on the hip? Is it the core? Lift up a little higher for 3, 2, and lower down. Then when you have time, you guys can do some empty poses for sure. It's a little bit intense when we work on those areas. Can you breathe in and out? Let it go. Okay, you guys, we're gonna go back into center. And from here, since we open up here, so we're gonna do a different tree pose today. Bending slowly onto the knees, and then we're gonna bend into the right leg, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. So think about that chair that we just did. We're gonna start to sit down into an invisible chair. And you can bring your hands into heart center. You can sit a little lower, you can flex the toes. And at home, if you're watching the repeat, because I know that some of you like to go a little bit more deeper, you can keep the blocks in front of you. Maybe come a little bit lower. So this is the posture that I'm teaching tonight in our 7 o'clock class. Moving into flying pigeon. So you can have your blocks in there and you can maybe rest the shin bone on top of your arms behind the elbow area, bicep area. And this is really intense for the hips. So we're not going there because this is just a yin yang, we're not going to fly. Let's just slowly come all the way back up and relax that leg back up. Let's just go into the other side, smoothly start the transition. Bring that leg up, then cross it on top, flex the foot, and slowly start to sit down. Hands can stay one on the ankle area. You can bring your hands into heart center. And also notice which leg feels more wobbly. And why is it feeling more wobbly? Is it more tense? Is it more weak? Reaching maybe for your blocks. Or maybe staying up high, and that's totally fine. Right here, my tree looks perfect. So 1 or 2 more inhales, staying right there. So I only teach all these crazy postures in person. I don't like teaching them online because it's too much. So come all the way back up. This is just prepping. Kick the legs a couple times. And let's go into a regular tree pose. So take a deep inhale, open up your right knee to the side. Bring it up into the inner thigh. And you can go into your tree pose. Remember, you have a wall, you have many choices for you to be able to go into tree. And just take your time. There's no rush. Once you find your balance, once you find your drift to your focus, you can reach the arms all the way up. You can also bring them behind you and interlace the fingers and open up the chest. You can go also into a wobbly tree and reaching for one side for crescent tree. Whatever you're doing, let's just slowly start to bring your arms back down, leg comes back into the floor, and switch it up. Left leg opens, going to the side. And just take your time here. Notice your hips, is one higher than the other one? Am I losing my balance because of that? Reach the arms all the way. or maybe to the sides, or maybe just into heart center, whatever you want to do with your tree expression. Maybe you want to close the eyes and fall out of your tree, which is also fun. And then just slowly start to soft everything out and keep your legs a couple of times. We're just going to move into one sun salutation and then we're going back to the floor. So let's take a deep breath, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, fall forward. And move on your own pace. On the inhale, come into your high plank. On the exhale, come all the way down into chaturanga. Inhale for a mini cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, slowly push yourself back into your child's pose. And you have arrived to the floor, to Mama Earth. Allow yourself to slowly start to flip onto your back whenever you're ready. There's no rush. And for the last postures, what I'm going to recommend is going to a back bend. If you know that your back is quite delicate and you don't like using any props underneath it, you can just lay down into Shavasana. If you want to go into a back bend, there's two choices. You can use your bolster or your blocks. If you're using the blocks, I'll put one block at the back for my head, and then one block in the lowest position around my shoulder blade area. So you can get yourself supported in here. The block should be right at the edge, the bottom edge of your shoulder blades. And your arms can go into a capital T shape. Just be very careful with the neck area, because you don't want your neck to be all the way back and without support. So if you have a blanket, also you can set a blanket behind your head. And we are moving into our final relaxation, believe it or not. So while you guys get settled, take your time to get there. There's no rush. There's just a permission from yourself to relax. Closing the eyes and allowing the shoulders to decompress, to roll the way down into the floor. And allowing also the front of the body to be completely open. Noticing the inhales and exhales. And resting in there for as long as your body wants to stay. If you're in a back bend, we're staying there for a little longer. But I really encourage you at home to do a little bit of a forward bend if you need to. Just to bring your back into neutral. Hoping that you enjoy the last few moments of practice and that you have a beautiful day.